Dear students, in this lecture we will study geometric series. Geometric series. A series sigma n equal to 0 to infinity x raised to n is called geometric series. Is called geometric series. Note that the series we are denoting it by n is equal to 1 to infinity an. N may assume any value 0, then we can take even n equal to 2. In fact, n equal to negative number also we can assign -2 to infinity and so on. So values of n may begin with any finite number. Okay, so it is immaterial whether we use 0 or infinity. It does not affect the convergence or divergence of the series, but it affects the sum of the series. For example, sum of this series may be different from this series. In fact, sum of this series will be equal to a0 plus sum of this series if it is convergent. If it is convergent, then we could write these types of things. Okay, so let us study convergence and divergence of geometric series. Theorem: if 0 is less than x is less than 1, so this is first condition. If 0 is less than x is less than 1, then the geometric series summation n is equal to 0 to infinity x raised to n converges, and value of this series is equal to, and value of this series x raised to n equals to 1 upon 1 minus x in this case. Second, if x is greater than equal to 1, then the geometric series n is equal to 0 to infinity x raised to n diverges, and we could say it diverges to infinity. Okay, because it is series of non-negative real numbers. So proof is quite simple. You have to understand the basic things, that series an is convergent if and only if its sequence of partial sums is convergent. So this series is convergent if and only if sequence of partial sums is convergent. So let us define for each n belongs to I, for each n define Sn is equal to a0 plus a1 plus a2 plus an. then Sn n is equal to 1 to infinity is sequence of partial sums is sequence of partial sums is sequence of partial sums of the series sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity an is sequence of partial sums of the series, sorry, I should write n is equal to 0 to infinity x raised to n. Okay, so it is sequence of partial sums of this series. Now we will consider two cases. So first case, let 0 be less than x less than 1. Then we have studied geometric sequence. A geometric sequence x raised to n is equal to 1 to infinity converges to 0 if and only if x lies between -1 and 1. So in this case, x is clearly in between -1 and 1. In fact, it lies between 0 and 1. So this is a geometric sequence and it will converge to 0. Then x raised to n is equal to 1 to infinity is a geometric sequence and it converges to 0. That is, limit of xn as n tends to infinity is equal to 0. So this is first statement. This is our first statement. Now consider Sn. Better, let me write the result which we may need as x raised to n plus 1 n is equal to 1 to infinity is a subsequence of the sequence of x raised to n is equal to 1 to infinity. So how is it subsequence? What are terms of this sequence? Terms of this sequence are x, x square, x cube and so on, and terms of this sequence will be x square, x cube and so on. So this sequence is obtained from this sequence just by removing first term. Rest of the terms are kept as it is. So this is a subsequence of this sequence, and you know that if sequence converges to 0, then its subsequence will also converge to 0. Okay. So we have another result, and limit of xn is 0 from first we have the result that limit of xn plus 1 is 0 as n tends to infinity. So this is second statement. Now consider limit of Sn as n tends to infinity. So this is equal to limit of, what is Sn? It is a0 plus a1 plus a2 plus an, where I could write an is equal to x raised to n. Please note this, where an is equal to x raised to n. Okay, where an is equal to x raised to n. So it is the sequence x raised to 0, that is 1, x raised to 1, that is x raised to 2, that is x square, up to x raised to n. So this is equal to limit n tends to infinity. Now this is a geometric progression, and how many terms are there? There are n plus 1 terms. What is its first term? 1. What is common ratio? X. So use the formula a into 1 minus r raised to number of terms upon 1 minus r. A is first term, r is common ratio, and n is number of terms. So here first term is 1 into 1 minus common ratio is x, and how many terms? N plus 1 upon 1 minus r, common ratio is x, so it is 1 minus x. So this is equal to 1 upon 1 minus x. It is constant with respect to n, that I can take outside, and what limit I have to evaluate is this now, x raised to n plus 1 upon 1 minus x. In fact, this 1 upon 1 minus x also I could take outside. So this limit is 0 from second. This limit is 0. So this is equal to 1 upon 1 minus x. Thus, Sn is convergent and its limit exists finitely. Thus, Sn is convergent and it converges to and it converges to and it converges to 1 upon 1 minus x and converges to 1 upon 1 minus x. Hence, from the convergence of the series, by the definition of convergence of series, series is convergent if and only if sequence is convergent. Which sequence? Sequence of partial sums. Hence, this series is convergent. The series n is equal to 0 to infinity x raised to n is convergent and it converges to, that is, its value is equal to x raised to n limit of Sn as n tends to infinity, and this equals to 1 upon 1 minus x. So we are done with first case. If 0 is less than x is less than 1, then this series is convergent and it converges to 1 upon 1 minus x. Next result or next case, let x be greater equal to 1. Here we will have to use necessary condition for convergence of series. Then x raised to n is greater equal to 1 for all n. This is true. For all non-negative n, we could say, let me simply say for all n, this implies if I multiply it by x, then x raised so it is easy to observe that if I multiply it by say x, I'll get x raised to n plus 1 is greater or equal to this. Okay. So better I could write it as, let me multiply this inequality itself by x raised to n, then I could write it as x raised to n plus 1 is greater or equal to x raised to n. On multiplying this inequality by x raised to n, I obtain this for, in fact I could write it as greater or equal to 1 for all n belongs to I. This implies limit of x raised to n cannot be 0. If it exists, it will be greater or equal to 1, but it won't exist because it is going to be unbounded sequence and it will diverge to infinity. If you carefully think, you will get this. For example, if you take x is equal to 2, you can easily observe this. But let me put it in this way, limit x tends to infinity is not equal to 0. This implies, in fact, it is infinity. It diverges to infinity. Why did I write it as monotone sequence? Because it is non-decreasing and not upper bounded, so it is going to diverge to infinity. But that we don't need. What we need to obtain is just divergence. So to obtain the divergence, I am just multiplying it by x raised to n and saying that it is greater or equal to 1, so it is going to be non-zero. This implies the series n is equal to 0 to infinity x raised to n is divergent. Because what result we have? Since we have the result n is equal to 0 to infinity an is convergent, implies limit of an is 0. So if you take contrapositive of this statement, that is, if limit an is not 0, then this is divergent. So by using this result, as limit is non-zero, it will be divergent. So this is what we wanted to prove. Okay. Now let us see some cases, examples. The series n is equal to 0 to infinity 1 upon 2 raised to n will be convergent, because what is value of x? It is 1 by 2 and it is in between 0 and 1, and in fact you can find its value. Its value will be 1 minus 1 upon x, this value 1 upon 1 minus x. So common ratio is here 1 by 2, and that will be equal to what? 1 upon 1 by 2, which equals to 2. Okay. The series n is equal to 0 to infinity 2 raised to n is divergent. In fact, it diverges to infinity. It is divergent. Let me explain you the notation for convergence and divergence of series of non-negative real numbers. So notation, let an be, you could write 1 or 0, that won't matter. Let an be a series of non-negative real numbers. So this notation is valid only for series of non-negative real numbers, that you remember. the series of non-negative real numbers. In general, this notation is not valid, which we are going to write. Then we define or we denote the fact that an is convergent by this notation. So you could read this as series an is convergent rather than saying series an is less than infinity or finite. Better to read this as series an is convergent. If and only if series is convergent. If and only if series an is convergent. And secondly, series is divergent, then we can say that series an is divergent. So this series is convergent and divergent. Okay. So remember this notation for series of non-negative real numbers. If it is convergent, we write it as less than infinity, and if it is divergent, then we say that it is equal to infinity. So these are notations for convergence and divergence of series of non-negative real numbers. Thank you.